Good morning, it's Randytbird out here in Arizona, March 5th, Sunday morning. It's out for a ride today. The weather was funky last week, so I didn't get out much. Last Sunday was the boy's birthday, so we did that, celebrated that, so no video last week. I apologize for that. It was just a real busy weekend for domestic things and whatever. Anyway, I'm out today. Band played a show last night at the Rhythm Room in Phoenix, and it was awesome. It could have been the best we've ever sounded, I think. Packed house, packed dance floor the whole night. It was really awesome. There's a lot of other great music that night, and it was just a lot of fun. A ton of fun. But back out on the bike today. A little high overcast, temperatures around low 60s right now. It's going to be 71 or 2 today. Be pretty nice, and gonna be 70s all week, so it's gonna be a pretty nice week after all the rain and stuff we've had. We've got even a fair amount of snow hit the edges of the valley this week, and that's unusual. In fact, it's been an unusual winter. We've had a ton of rain, we've had a ton of cold temperatures for us, and it's really been, as I said, really unusual for us. Here we are in March, and we're just touching the 70s. A lot of time you can get temperatures in the 80s in March, but it's still early. But it's been a strange year, that's for sure. A little high overcast today, not too bad. No chance of rain whatsoever. Thought my eyesight was going bad, and everything looked kind of fuzzy and hazy, and I realized that my screen on my helmet, my visor screen, was just well, I'm 4 years old, and it was a little fine scratches made it kind of cloudy. I put on a new one. It's like day and night, no pun intended. But you gotta keep the dark screen here in Arizona because it's so bright out here. Anyway, out on the Heritage today. I put the windshield back on again. I don't know, I get bored sometimes if I can't ride, and I just tinker and whatever, and so I put the windshield back on, and it does a good job, and it gives me some variety. So I know I did a video on that recently comparing the two. The one thing about the fairing is it's a big chunk of plastic in the front, and sometimes I like just being able to feel a little bit more stripped down. It only takes a few minutes to change out, so it's good. It's the beauty of the Heritage is it is convertible. You can do lots of things with it with just a few minutes. You can run a solo seat, stripped down bike with no windshield at all. It's all detachable. You can take the saddlebags off. It just takes a few minutes, 2 screws, and they're off. And you can be stripped down cruiser-like bike if you want, and just a lot of variety. So me, I change things out a lot, and for me it allows me to do that without wanting to buy another bike, so of course I'm not sure that'll ever change, but at any rate, so messed around with the Sportster last week, trying, to get the tuning a little bit tighter, and I think it's good now, and I'll be doing a video on that one here sometime soon. But for today, it's all about the Heritage. If you hadn't ridden one, you should go to one of their demo events, or some dealers, I guess, will let you ride bikes, and it's just an awesome motorcycle, really. I can't say enough about it. It's comfortable. It's got a big gas tank. Got saddlebags. Even the stock seat's not bad. I put a sundowner seat on it, and I like that. And I had a Saddleman, but I don't know what it is about Saddlemans. They're hard, and people say they break in. Well, I don't think they do. I think they're hard. They're like a Corbin. If you like a really hard, supportive type seat, they got high backs on them, whatever, they're really good for that. But as far as long distance, I don't know. I haven't experienced that. So I've got a Saddleman Explorer. If anybody's interested, I'll probably deal that off. For this model, also fits the Street Bob, or excuse me, it fits the Deluxe and the Slim as well. So nice seat, really well made and all that, but it just doesn't work for me. Now I haven't tried the one they call the Road Sofa. Just by the name you would think that it'd be very comfortable, but I don't know. I'm not willing to spend the money to find out. So, and some of the reviews you read, what people read, I don't think are they're very accurate. And some of them I think are downright disingenuous because they're not accurate. I've had the products and I don't agree with those reviews in a lot of cases. I will say one thing, the Saddlemans that were on my Street Bob, they made a big difference in just being able to hold on to the bike. The bike was quick as hell, and with that high back on the seat, it just kind of planted you in there. You know, this Sundowner seat I have here on the Heritage is it's kind of what they call a deep bucket, and it just kind of supports your lower back so you don't get that feeling of flying off the back as you're accelerating. And anybody that has one of these 114s knows that they're absolute torque monsters, and you hit the gas and they go right now. There's no lag or nothing. It's a hit. It's a slap in the back type acceleration. Hope it's starting to warm up for you folks back east and up north. Of course, we've had lots of snow. I saw a picture in Flagstaff, Arizona, and the guy's street was 5 feet high and snowbanks on the side, and I'm like, wow. But it's good. The lakes are filling up here, and they even had to let some water out of the dams to keep the reservoirs from becoming too filled. And I'm hoping that all the snow melt will help fill up the Colorado River lakes again, or at least get them back beyond 35% capacity. That's pretty scary. We saw that one up in Vegas last year, and I mean, to tell you, that was pretty stark to see how far the water levels have dropped at Lake Mead. And they were in danger, I guess, of losing hydroelectric power because there wasn't enough water flow through the turbines. And last I read, it was up 7% in surface depth, so that's good. And then Colorado, Utah, northern Arizona, they're all getting hammered by snowfall, so the snowpack will be good. The runoff should be good this year, and those lakes might fill back up. They say, the climatologists are saying another 5, they need like 5 more years like this to bring things out of that extreme drought that we're having. You know, having grown up here, I've seen rainy periods here in Arizona. Back in the last 30 years, or the last 25 years of the 20th century, there was a lot of rain here in the desert and a lot of cool temperatures, and then we hit the drought times with a brief reprise in the early 90s, and then it went back to this drought again. And we've got a couple seasons in the summer where we hardly got any rain, and that's one of our big rainy seasons. They call it the monsoon, and hardly any rain fell those couple of years, and so things got very dry out here, very bleached out. But as you can see now, the desert is really green. Seeing these purple flowers on the side of the road, the wildflowers, and kind of a carpet of green grass that's growing out there in the desert, and it's just looking really good. Just a beautiful day too. There's the yellow flowers coming out, and the Palo Verdes will be in full bloom soon, and it'll just be, the mountainsides will just look yellow from them. But just anytime now, that stuff's all going to happen. And by the time you get to April, it's just bright yellow out here in the desert, you know. And as you can see now, you're getting a lot of the ground cover is blooming right now, so that's that yellowish look you're seeing out there. One of my favorite times of the year out here, this and fall, or what we call fall anyway. We call fall, it's just the time when it's not hot. So Anyway, this is Randytbird out here. I'm gonna cut this off for a minute, and I'll be back in a little while with more video. I want to get a shot of the Four Peaks. It's got a lot of snow on them, and that's always interesting to see, is snow in the higher elevations that you can see from down here. Anyway, we'll see you in a little while. Hey, it's Randy. I'm back. Sunday. Oh, the river's flowing good. They had all that snow on the mountains. That's on Four Peaks there. That's pretty awesome. It's up over 7,500 feet elevation up there. I wanted to get a good view of that today. Mountains look good. That's a picture. That's a painted picture almost up there. Look at the clouds in the background. Really looks pretty up there. A lot of snow up there. It was a heck of a storm last week. And, you know, I'm ready for spring though, honestly. You know, I'm ready for 80-degree temperatures. The next month and a half should be really, really nice. But this year has been so weird. Who knows? Who knows what it's going to be? We might have, you know, lots more rain this year, and I guess we need it. So, I guess. Anyway, but I just wanted to get a good view of the mountains up there. And it's just mountains are so awesome to me. Guy at the gas station on his bagger went and hit the starter, and it just didn't turn over, and I'm thinking, oh man, that sucks to be him. And he got into his saddlebags, and I guess he had one of those jump boxes, which makes me think maybe I should get one of those. You know, within 15 minutes he was back on the road, and I'm thinking, yeah, that might be a good thing to have. So I may look around for those and see what they have. Plus, they're also good for charging your electronics. So there's a nice red bagger there that, I forget what they call it, a billiard red that Harley makes. This is really, really bright red. I really like that. But I stay with black. I'm not sure why I do that, but maybe it's because I just like black. That's it. Yeah, that's the explanation. Anyway, a little cool today, not too bad. It's warmed up just a taste, but just enough for my jacket and a long sleeve t-shirt underneath. Not too bad, you know, just jeans. I don't need any long underwear or anything like that. You know, another brutal winter day here in Arizona. So planning a trip for this year. I'm thinking up through the Four Corners region up into Colorado. I think that's where I'm going to go. Maybe make a little side trip through Utah if I can. I got to get some time off. You know, I just started a new job in January, so I'm not really sure how much vacation time I'll have. But well, I'm going to work on that. But I definitely need to get out. I need a road trip. I haven't had one in a couple of years, other than more than just 150, 200 miles, and I just want to get out and spend the whole day on the road and stuff. Yeah, the flowers are coming out now. Wow. We get a week of 70-degree weather, it's likely to explode out here. So far, it's just the ground cover now that's yellow. You see the bright yellow flowers there, and the purple alongside of the road. Life in the desert, you know. Believe it, it's true. Anyway, this is Randytbird out here in beautiful Arizona, and I hope you're all doing well. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I appreciate each and every one of you, and since I hit 1,000, the pennies are rolling in. It's good. I get a chuckle out of it every day when I go up 42 cents or something. So, you know, if you like my videos, share, tell a friend, you know, push the like button, comment. I love reading your comments. So anyway, this is Randytbird. I am out.